Hey there, Fletch from All Things Overlanding here. Today I'm going to be talking about these Prime Lux LED spotlights. These things are huge and they are amazing. So I can't wait to show you everything that comes in the box. I'm going to kind of talk through the features of this light, and then I'm going to show you. I'm installing them on the truck as we speak right now. We've actually got one installed already. We have test fitted these and lit them up, and they are super bright. So tons of great information to come on these lights. If you are looking for a set of really big, really bright spotlights, these may be a good option for you, so stick around and check out the video. But without further ado, let's dive into looking at the Prime Lux LED spotlights. So you can see I'm at the front of the truck. One is mounted up already. What we are actually doing is we are tapping into my bumper. I have an aftermarket steel bumper. It's really thick, so we just tapped the bumper and we can put bolts straight into the threading in the bumper, which is really nice. Just makes installation a lot easier. I don't have to reach up in the bumper to get a hold of the nut. I will say though, they do provide some really nice stainless steel hardware. So if you are just doing sort of a typical installation with a stainless steel bolt and nut, they do provide all that hardware for you as well. But so you can see that one on the bumper back here. This is the other one that we're getting ready to install. I just wanted to kind of show you, in detail a little bit more about the light. So it does have 32 times 5 watt Cree LEDs in it. So again, tons and tons of light coming out of this thing. On the back, you can see it's got cooling fins. This is an cast aluminum housing, so high quality, not gonna rust. These things are IP67 rated, so they are waterproof, dustproof, mudproof, which in my application, overlanding, going off-road, is gonna be really helpful. They do come, and I wanted to point this out, with some made in the USA, really nice Deutsch connectors. They're waterproof and they're super hardy, so I actually really like these quite a bit. Like, the guy that is helping me install these is an electrician by trade, and he's like, yeah, we'll use these are really nice. Like, he has some in his own toolbox. He's like, we don't have to replace these like on a lot of the cheaper lights. These are actually really nice. These also come with, for the mounts down here, you can see we've got them mounted on the bumper. They come with some like rubber isolators, so just to keep them from, rubbing, squealing, making any sort of noises. These are going to help you with that, which is a nice little thoughtful thing that they give as well. Those will go between the bumper or whatever you're mounting it to and the bracket or the mount for the lights. These lights are 14,400 lumens, so they are, again, super bright. And again, I'm going to show you these. We are in the process of hooking these up right now, but at the end of this video, I'm going to turn them on and I'm going to show you just how bright they are on video. So Jack is back here working on the bumper. We are mounting the LED spots right now. So he's actually going to tap the bumper. It's 3/16 inch steel, so it's thick enough that we can just tap it so that we can just put the bolt straight down into the threading in the bumper without having to mess with getting nuts on the bottom of it, which is really nice. So for adjustment and stuff, it should be super easy. For removal, it should be super easy. The thing that I really like is, look at how beefy these brackets are. Like, these things are steel brackets. They've got just a ton of reinforcement in them, so they're definitely going to hold these things still. They've also got 3 holes in them. So we've tapped the bumper so we can put these bolts straight down into the bumper. But what we did was we did 2 of them because we figured that was enough. I don't plan to move these lights, but I love that they have these adjustment holes. So you could, hypothetically, put in a couple bolts and then just kind of turn it a little bit to make sure that it's adjusted. Now, we're just going to level them off of a straight edge and make sure that they're both pointing straight down the road, because again, my intention with these lights is to use these for, a long throw, being able to see down the trails and stuff. So we're going to get the other one thrown up here. We're going to run the wires back sort of in between my steel bumper and this fascia up here. Then we're going to get everything hooked up, and I will show you guys what these look like and give you kind of my final thoughts. All right, so both of the Prime Lux 32 LED spotlights are on the truck now. We're going to be testing them here in a second. I will show you the light output. But one thing I did want to mention is on Amazon it says that their draw is about 10 amps, and we did test that, and that is pretty accurate. On a very short run of cable, we were seeing about 9. So, 9, 10 is pretty accurate for that. So just so you know, if you wanted to know the amp draw for these things, it's about 9 or 10 amps. Another nice thing that you can get, it's an optional sort of add-on for the kit, is you can get this LED wiring harness, which has Deutsch connectors on it, and it just makes it super easy to install the thing. In my case, we are actually, again, we're doing multiple electrical installations at the same time, so like the whole truck is torn apart. But if it was just me doing this, I would definitely use these because you can just plug them into the end of the Deutsch connectors and then go straight to the battery and wire everything up. But again, in our case, we're just gonna end up connecting these straight into a distribution block that's then gonna go to my electrical control system that will turn the lights on and off. But if you're looking for easy plug and play, it's 12 feet long. It's got everything that you need to get it installed. This is a good add-on too. I'll put a link in the description to this thing as well. All right, guys, so I did want to show you kind of how bright these spots are. I'm sitting in my driveway right now, obviously, but it's kind of getting dark out. These are my bumper lights. So those are just, you know, my headlights aren't even on, nothing's on. These are what the bumper lights look like. So there's a 20-inch LED bar down there and a couple of little 6 LED sort of spots on the side. So that's kind of what that looks like. Then this is my roof light bar and my ditch lights. So you can see, I mean, not bad, right? Like a good flooding of light, but not super bright. Now here are the spots. I mean, it like blinds the camera when you turn them on. And you can just see how bright they are. Now I'm gonna get out of the truck and I'm gonna show you what they look like. So again, there are just 2 of these things, but I mean, they are blindingly bright. Blindingly bright. You can also see that with the combo of both lights, they're pulling almost 18 amps. So pretty much what we were thinking before, right? About 9 per light. So we did put these on their own circuit just to, you know, make it a little bit easier to control them. But that is drawing a fair amount of power. But again, for how bright they are compared to, you know, the bumper lights or even the roof lights, I mean, these things are just, wow, they are so bright. All right, guys, so that was the sort of feature walkthrough slash install slash review of the PrimeLux spotlights. They're very, very bright, pretty reasonably priced lights. So for about 220 bucks, you get a pair of these things. You know, I mean, the comparable big name brand ones are probably 3 times that much, right? So it just kind of depends on what you want. I've only had these on for about a month now. No problem so far. Again, super impressed with them, but you know, down the road, 6 months, 12 months from now, I will do another video on these just to tell you kind of how they're holding up and how they're doing. But they've been through a ton of bugs, some highway speeds. They have been through a bunch of rain and stuff, and no condensation inside of them yet, no problems to date. So again, super impressed with these lights, and for the money, seemed like a really good value option compared to some of the big boys. So again, I hope that was helpful for you. If it was, click that like button. If you have any questions, post up in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. Or if you have any thoughts, or you guys are running something comparable or similar, I'd love to hear from you guys on what you're running and why you're running it. If you're not already, make sure to click that subscribe button. Click the bell to be notified when new videos drop. I do a couple videos a week, usually like a gear review or a do-it-yourself modification type of video, and then something along the lines of like a vlog about overlanding. So anything to do with overlanding, camping, gear reviews, do-it-yourself modifications, particularly Nissan stuff, I will be doing videos on that every week. So if that sounds good to you, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Also in the description down below are links to Facebook, Instagram. I've got a podcast that comes out every week as well. So if you like podcasts better, go check that out. And then there's also a Patreon link. We do have a Discord for all the people in Patreon, which is pretty cool, where you can chat, and I'm starting to talk about doing some live stuff with them as well. And then last but not least, there's a newbie Overlanders group where a bunch of newbies are welcome, totally free to join. Big group, it's growing every day, so we'd love to have you in there as well. But again, I hope that was helpful information for you, and we will see you guys next time.